Sam, what kind of game was that to play in?
Obviously very hard game for us. I think the first half in particular, to get into grips with their shape, the midfield moving around was tough work, but it's always going to be tough against oppositions that have this quality in the Championship. And I think we did pick it up as the game went on, and we had our chances, but it's just unfortunate we couldn't take one of them.
Gary Johnson told me beforehand that the two he chose up front today, you and James Hayter, were the two that worked best in training for the last 2 weeks. What have you done to impress him then?
Well, I'm not too sure what in particular I've done. I think I just kept my head down, trying my hardest and doing what I can do in training. And obviously, he's always consistent, as everyone knows. So yeah, he's come back from an injury and straight into it, and obviously done well.
You didn't create many chances today, Yeovil. I mean, neither side did really. Is it tough for a striker when, in a game, you're doing most of your work with your back to goal?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, you've got to do that work before you get your chances. You've got to hold the ball up, keep it, and try and create things. But yeah, like I said, the quality of the opposition is so good. The chances come few and far between. So when you do get them, you've got to make sure you take them.
What's the dressing room like? You've got your first home point, and yet you've dropped to the bottom of the league.
Yeah, it's sort of mixed. I think it's obviously disappointing that we dropped to the bottom of the league, but the spirit of the lads to stay in the game with the hard work was I think very good today, and we're just pleased to get a point. It's obviously, like you said, our first home point, and hopefully next week we can push on and get all three.
Tell me what the referee said to you when he had a long chat with you, because you were already on a booking.
Yeah.
And I think you were a bit late, weren't you?
Yeah, I don't think I was that late. And to start off with, I shouldn't have been on a yellow card because it was a foul. But yeah, he just came over, sort of said, "Calm down. I'm on my last warning, really." So I just had to sort of compose myself and make sure I didn't do anything silly to get sent off.
Did you think you were off?
To start off with, I didn't, and then they had two players in his ear, and I thought, oh, he's going to go to his pocket here. But no, luckily he didn't send me off, because obviously it could have cost myself and the team, more importantly. So no, I'm glad I did stay on.
Does it change your game when you know you're on that booking and the referee's told you specifically one more, and you could be off?
Well, it's always in the back of your mind, but you sort of. It only changes sort of when you're closing down and there's the 50-50s you could potentially go in for, because other players, when they know you're on yellow card, you're on your last warning, they're going to make the most of sort of any tackle, So in a way it does, but luckily today it didn't. I didn't have to be in that position to be sent off.
It must be very exciting being a Yeovil Town player at the moment. You've got all the teams you've played already, like QPR, Reading, but in the next few weeks, Leeds, Forest, they're all in your sights now.
I know, yeah. The teams that we come up against are all very big teams, but a lot of it is, with no disrespect to any of the clubs, the names are sort of bigger than where they are at the moment, so we can't let that affect us. And let that affect our games, So we're going to go into the games playing our own game, going for the win, and hopefully we can keep playing well as we have been and get 3 points.